really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. Yeah, about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.
Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency vlog. Just a reminder that if you want to get into cryptocurrency but you don't have any money, you can check out some of the links in my description for the faucets where you can get free amounts of Bitcoin, LITECOIN, Dogecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Dash, and then sign up for a small exchange like Blue Trade or CoinExchange.io, also in my description, and get started trading small amounts of cryptocurrency and micro cryptocurrencies to get your feet wet and get some experience before you risk a lot of money at GDAX or Binance, also in my description, to trade for larger coins like Bitcoin or Litecoin. Trading with smaller coins gets you a feel of the cryptocurrency market and its volatility, and it's a great practice without risking any of your own money to get some experience in trading. All right, today's episode is going to be about an ICO. It's the WorldWiFi ICO. And it's a very interesting concept. What they do is they take advantage of private routers from people's homes or businesses or whatever, and you can install their firmware. And what that does is that you can block a portion of your network off for privacy and open up a portion of your network for other people to use. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if some people are using your network, they have to view an advertiser's ad every time they connect. Now, I think there's going to be some tweaks in that, like you have to watch like maybe an ad like every hour to stay connected or something. I don't think you can just, watch one ad and have them stay connected for days. I don't think that's going to be like enough to be worth the cost. I think there's going to be a time limit, obviously, before you have to watch another ad. So, and you have to use their tokens called WE tokens to actually buy these advertisements. Of course, this is attractive for advertisers because people have to watch their advertisement. I don't think the click-through or follow-through kind of going to be that high, because when you force someone to watch an advertisement, they just kind of like pass by it and they don't really take action on the product, or very few of them do. But you do get like maybe like a 20-30 second commercial to appear in front of a certain user, and definitely it'll be country targeted and stuff because it's easy to geolocate with these Wi-Fis. And it's going to be decentralized, and it's going to be powered by blockchain, obviously, because it is a cryptocurrency. And they're having their pre-token sale right now, or their ICO. They have a soft cap of 3.5 million. They're at 2.718 million right now, so they're getting pretty close to the soft cap, and a hard cap at 25 million initially. So it's a very, very interesting concept, and what I like about it is that it's already like in existence. It's not like a theoretical concept. They are building off their existing projects called Arenta and Radius Wi-Fi, and they're focused on Wi-Fi advertising in public areas. And like I said, the way they get eyeballs is you have to view their advertising to get free internet access. They're in 80 cities. They have 100 partners, 100 employees. They have 14,000 open networks. And they've grown quite a bit since 2017 using this technology. So they're much more than a theoretical concept. I'm going to say they're like pretty much past their pilot stage, and they're just trying to expand. And it seems like the technology actually works. So I actually like this about a token and a company that goes with it. They actually have a company with employees. They're like, I think, a legitimate company as far as I can tell. And they have use cases, and they actually will tell you how it works. They also have a thing for ISPs, which is going to be really important. And I'll talk about that later. So generally, there's definitely potential for this, and I actually like the technology, but it's not all rosy because there are challenges. And of course, the value of this WE token is going to be connected to how fast this company expands and the demand for internet Wi-Fi connection advertising, which is always going to be there. But they do have certain challenges, like this. The advertising for internet access has actually been tried before. It's kind of like those pay-to-surf things. If you guys are old enough to remember that, like All Advantage, Utopia, and all those things where they actually basically just pay you to watch an ad and surf the web. Those things all died very quickly because no one paid any attention to the ads. There was also like advertising for internet services, which was popular for a while, but after a while no one used it, just because no one really wants to view ads while actually browsing the internet. So I can't really see this as like a primary mode of internet for the home. I really do see this as kind of like more of like a, if you're like at a mall or coffee shop or something and you need, internet access for like a couple of minutes, or, like half an hour, you watch an ad and you get powered for 15 minutes, half an hour, which I think this is perfectly built for. And I really do think they have a variety of access points. It definitely is something to look at. Also, like you're in a public park, you're near a house, and someone signed up for this, you can just connect on and see an ad and then just work from the park or whatever. So I can really see that as an application for this. I don't see it as like a true like primary home internet because I don't really think that would work. But I do see it as like, free spot Wi-Fi that can be powerful for advertisers to reach an audience with their content. I mean, so the potential is huge, but I think there is going to be some trouble with the ISPs because a lot of ISPs, they sell two different packages, one for home internet and one for business. And the business one costs significantly more because they usually transmit a lot of bandwidth. Like I myself use the home one because I do work from home, but I don't I don't like run a proxy, or I don't really run like a download service or anything. My website's obviously hosted at a web hosting company, which is run by a different ISP. So ISPs, I'm not sure. They have a section for ISPs, and what they do is like they allow ISPs to collect a certain fee from that advertising, which could be cool. But I think that's going to be hard to manage because let's say I use Charter Internet. I use the home internet package. I slice off half my bandwidth or like connection, and I open it up to whoever wants to use it, right? That does put more strain on Charter internet services, and I'm getting the money for the advertising. Now they say like they can piece off a part of that to Charter, and that might be really attractive for Charter, but I'm not sure because I feel like doing that it's going to cause a lot more congestion on providers like Charter, Verizon, AT&T. I'm not really sure how they'll feel about it, and make no mistake, you have to have those guys on board for this to actually work. And like when I talk about Charter, Verizon, AT&T, that's just only in the United States. Like other countries have different providers, and you really, really need to get the providers on board for this, for this thing to actually work right. Because the providers, they can just cut it off. They can just put something in their modem or their software or hardware that says, cut off this firmware. If someone tries to install this firmware, don't let the internet work. They can totally cut you off. So you need to really partner with Verizon, AT&T, Charter, US Cellular, and stuff like that. And I'm not really sure if they've partnered with those, and that sort of worries me. They say statistically advertising is more profitable than charging